Ever get paid and wonder where it all goes by week's end? If your salary feels like it's vanishing into thin air, stick around. We're diving into why that happens and how to spot it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we talk about everyday money stuff in a way that's easy to relate to. Today, we're tackling a topic that hits home for so many of us: why your salary disappears so fast. If you're like most low to middle income earners around the world, whether you're in a bustling city like Lagos, a quiet town in the Midwest, or anywhere in between, you've probably felt that frustration. You work hard all month, your paycheck hits your account, and poof. Before you know it, you're scraping by until the next one. Let me paint a picture. Imagine it's payday. You're excited. Maybe you plan to treat yourself to something small or just breathe a little easier. But then bills roll in. Groceries cost more than expected, and little expenses here and there add up. Suddenly, mid-month, you're checking your balance and thinking, what happened? This is super common, and it's not just you. Across the globe, people from all walks of life face this. In places like Nigeria, where costs for fuel and food can fluctuate wildly, or in the US where rent eats up a big chunk, or even in Europe with rising energy prices, salaries just seem to evaporate. The core issue? It's often not about how much you earn, but how quickly those earnings get pulled in different directions without us even noticing. We're talking about everyday habits, unexpected pulls, and those sneaky costs that build up over time. It's relatable because we've all been there, that moment when you realize the month has more days than your money does. But understanding why this happens can be eye-opening and motivating. It empowers you to see your money in a new light, without any fancy strategies or promises. We're just here to break it down simply. Over the next bit, I'll share some clear points on the usual suspects behind this disappearing act. These are observations from real life, things I've heard from folks just like you, and patterns that show up everywhere. No judgments, just relatable insights to think about. And to make it real, I'll throw in a story from someone who's been through it. By the end, we'll wrap up with one straightforward step you can try if it resonates. Let's get into it. First up, let's talk about those daily essentials that quietly multiply. You know, the basics like food, transport, and utilities. It starts simple. You need to eat, get to work, keep the lights on. But over time, these can balloon without warning. Think about groceries. Maybe you pop into the store for milk and bread, but end up grabbing snacks or that extra item on sale. In many parts of the world, food prices jump due to inflation or supply issues, like how in India or Brazil, a bad harvest can make veggies cost double overnight. Suddenly, what used to be a quick shop turns into a bigger dent in your wallet. Transport's another one. If you're commuting in a place like Manila or New York, fares or gas add up fast. A little traffic jam means more fuel, or maybe you take a rideshare because you're running late. Before you know it, those small trips eat away at what you thought was leftover cash. And utilities? Bills for electricity, water, internet, they seem fixed, but usage creeps up. Leaving lights on, streaming more shows, or even weather changes making AC run longer. In colder climates like parts of Canada or hotter spots like the Middle East, seasonal spikes can make your salary feel shorter. The motivational part? Recognizing this creep is the first step to feeling more in control. It's not about cutting everything, it's about noticing how these essentials evolve and pull more than we planned for. We've all had that aha moment looking at a receipt, right? It motivates you to pause and reflect on what's really essential versus what's become a habit. Next, impulse buys. Those quick purchases that feel harmless in the moment but stack up big time. We're all human. We see something shiny and think, why not? I deserve it after a long week. Picture scrolling through your phone and seeing an ad for a gadget or clothes. One click, and it's on its way. In countries with easy online shopping like China or the UK, this is super common. Or in person. Walking past a street vendor in Mexico or a mall in South Africa, and grabbing a treat or accessory without thinking twice. These aren't huge amounts individually, maybe $5 to $10 here and there, but do that a few times a week, and bam, hundreds gone by month's end. It's relatable because in our busy lives, these buys give a quick mood boost, but they make salaries vanish faster than we realize. What's motivating here is realizing you're not alone in this. Millions do it, from office workers in Tokyo to teachers in Kenya. Spotting these impulses can spark that inner drive to question, do I really need this right now? It's empowering to reclaim those moments and see how they impact the bigger picture. Subscriptions, the silent salary suckers. You sign up for a streaming service, gym membership, or app trial, and forget about it. Next thing, monthly charges keep coming, even if you're not using them. In our digital world, this is everywhere. From Netflix in the US to local music apps in Indonesia, these auto deductions are convenient but sneaky. Maybe you subscribed to a news site during an election or a fitness app for New Year's resolutions. Months later, they're still dipping into your account. Auto payments for bills are similar. Set it and forget it, but sometimes overcharges or unused add-ons slip through. In places like Australia or Germany, where banking is highly automated, this can make money disappear without a trace. The relatable side? We've all discovered a charge we didn't remember and thought, how long has this been going on? It's motivational because once you spot them, it's like finding hidden money. It encourages that sense of awareness that makes you feel proactive about your finances. Now, eating out or grabbing convenience foods. After a tiring day, cooking feels like a chore, so you order takeout or hit a fast food spot. It's quick, tasty, and seems affordable until it isn't. In urban areas like Sao Paulo or Cairo, street food or delivery apps make this tempting. A coffee here, lunch out there, dinner delivered. Each time, $10 to $20 gone. Over a month, that could be your grocery budget vanished. Even at home, pre-packaged snacks or ready meals add up because they're pricier than basics. For low to middle income folks, this is a big one since time is scarce with jobs, family, or commutes. Motivationally, thinking about this can inspire small shifts in routine. It's relatable. Who hasn't craved that easy meal? But seeing how it contributes to the disappear act can motivate you to balance enjoyment with awareness. Life throws curveballs. A phone screen cracks, the fridge breaks, or a family member needs help. These unexpected hits make salaries dwindle fast. In developing regions like parts of Africa or Southeast Asia, where healthcare or repairs aren't always covered, a small issue can wipe out weeks of pay. Even in more stable economies like France or Japan, car fixes or home maintenance pop up unannounced. The problem? We don't always see them coming, so money set aside for fun or savings gets redirected. It's frustrating but universal. What's uplifting is knowing these are part of life for everyone. Spotting patterns, like seasonal repairs, can motivate preparedness without stress. It's about embracing that resilience we all have. Social stuff. Hanging out with friends, family events, or keeping up appearances. A birthday dinner, group outing, or gift can pull funds quickly. In cultures like those in Latin America or the Middle East, social ties are strong, so saying no feels tough. Or online, seeing others' lives makes you spend to match. These expenses feel good in the moment but add to the vanish. Relatable? Absolutely. We're social beings. Motivation comes from valuing connections over costs. It encourages finding joy in low-key ways, boosting that inner confidence. Inflation and rising costs. Prices go up, but salaries don't always keep pace. What bought a full cart last year now gets half. Globally, this hits hard. Fuel in Europe, rent in the US, food in Africa. Your money buys less, so it disappears faster. It's not personal, it's economic. Motivational because awareness builds empathy for yourself and others, sparking that drive to adapt smartly. Ongoing debt payments, loans, credit cards, or buy now pay later. Minimums seem small, but they chip away steadily. In places like the Philippines or the UK, easy credit leads to this cycle. Each payment reduces what's left for the month. Relatable struggle for many. Motivation. Seeing it clearly can inspire tracking to understand the full picture. Entertainment, movies, games, hobbies. Fun is essential, but costs accumulate. Streaming multiples, gaming add-ons, or hobby supplies. In tech-savvy spots like South Korea or the US, this is common. Health stuff, meds, checkups, gym. Necessary, but unplanned ones hit hard. In countries with limited public health like the US or India, out-of-pocket costs surprise. Motivational. Prioritizing health prevents bigger issues, encouraging proactive mindset. Let me share a story to make this real. Meet Alex. A regular guy in his 30s, working as a teacher in a mid-sized city in Brazil. Alex earns a decent middle-income salary, enough to cover basics and a bit more. But every month, by the 20th, he's wondering where it went. Last year, Alex noticed his pattern. He'd start strong, pay rent, buy groceries. But then, impulse buys on apps, new earbuds, clothes. Subscriptions to 3 streaming services he barely use. Eating out 4 times a week because teaching exhausted him. A car repair popped up, then a friend's wedding gift. Social outings added drinks and rides. Inflation made his usual shops costlier, and a small loan payment lingered. By mid-month, Alex was using credit for essentials, feeling stressed. It was relatable. He loved his life but hated the money worry. What changed? He started noticing these points we talked about. No big overhauls, just awareness. It motivated him to reflect, and over time, he felt more in tune with his spending. Alex's story shows it's common, but spotting it can be empowering. We've covered why salaries disappear fast, from essentials creeping up to those unexpected pulls. It's all relatable stuff that happens to us all, no matter where we are. If this resonates, here's a simple action step. For the next week, jot down every expense, big or small. No changes needed, just note them. It might surprise you and motivate that awareness. Thanks for watching. If you related, like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. See you next time.